Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the live streaming of DPWH Albay District Office Procurement Activities. Today, our procurement activity is private conference of 3 civil works projects. For the attendees of this private, Back Secretariat Head, Engineer Diversion, PWG Head, Engineer Representative from Planning and Design Section will discuss the specification in detail of this project. Engineer Carlo J. Borromeo, Engineer Ryan Sodrete, and Engineer Matthew Alongong. For the attendance of the back members, Engineer Amelia Aurevilla, Engineer Irene Arevalo, Ma'am Jose Mirela, Engineer Richard Moy, Engineer Eddie Hernandez, and yours truly, Noel Areta. The back is in quorum, so we'll proceed with our private conference. For our first project, contract ID 96F00024. Name of contract, Organizational Outcome 1, Ensure Safe and Reliable National Road System, Network Development Program, Construction of Bypass and Diversion roads, Camarines, Albay, Diversion Road, Alongong, Molosbolos, Petrona, Ramon, Libon, Albay. Station 473 plus 857 from 71 to Station 475 plus 580. Approved budget for the contract, 113,484,000. Duration, 300 calendar days. License category B. License classification, medium A. Major category of work as per DEO number 164, series of 2025, RCP. Amount of bidding documents, 50,000 pesos. For the minimum equipment requirements, 1 unit dump truck, 12 cubic yard capacity, 1 unit payloader, 1.5 cubic meter capacity, 1 unit backhoe, 0.8 cubic meter capacity, 1 unit motorized road grader, 140 horsepower capacity, 1 unit vibratory roller, 10 metric ton capacity, 1 unit water truck with pump, 16,000 liter capacity, 1 unit transit mixer, 5 to 6 cubic yard capacity, 1 unit bulldozer, 1 unit cargo truck, 1 unit concrete batch plant. And it must be BRS accredited. For the scope of work and the specification will be discussed by our representative from Planning and Design Section. Please proceed.
The sub-project is in the FY 2026 General Appropriation Act project with an allocation of 117,600,000 pesos. The proposed project covers a total physical target length of 1,689 meters with a cumulative target of 3.454 lane kilometers. Consists of a 38 meters 4-lane section and the remaining is 1,651 meters 2-lane roadway that features of 6.7 meter wide carriageway, 5.15 meters gravel shoulder, and a drainage canal measuring of 1 meter wide by 1.50 meter high. The pay item of the project include the clearing and grubbing, individual removal of trees, and the removal of actual structure or obstruction to clear the right of way. Surplus common excavation, surplus rock excavation, and structure excavation alongside embankment and subgrade preparation to establish the design roadway profile. Aggregate surveys and base course to form a stable load-bearing foundation. A 0.28-meter thickness Portland cement concrete pavement unreinforced for the final surface layer. Reinforcement steel, structural and lean concrete form and false work, reinforced concrete line canal, and stone masonry for comprehensive drainage and slope protection. And metal guardrail, chevron hazard marker, tree planting, and reflectorized thermoplastic pavement marking for essential traffic management. Environmental compliance and motorist safety in strictly accordance with the DPWH standard specification. In accordance with the Department Order Number 43 Series of 2026 on the utilization of the CMPD, the canvas prices along the computation of hauling costs for aggregate from quarry site to the project location were used as a reference in pricing the material components of the paid item order. That's all.
Next project, 26 FO0025, Organizational Outcome 1, Ensure Safe and Reliable National Road Network Development Program, Construction of Bypass and Diversion Roads. Camarines Albay Diversion Road, Molosbolos, Villa Petrona Road, Station 476 plus 000, Station 476 plus 956.84, Station 477 plus 710.84 for Station 478 plus 500. Approved budget for the contract, 113 million 48,750,000 pesos only. Duration, 300 calendar days. License category B. License classification, medium A. Major category of work code as per DEO number 164, series of 2025, RCP. Amount of billing documents, 50,000 pesos only. For the minimum equipment requirements, 1 unit dump truck, 12 cubic head capacity, 1 unit payloader, 1.5 cubic meter capacity, 1 unit backhoe, 0.8 cubic meter capacity, 1 unit motorized road grader, 140 horsepower capacity, 1 unit laboratory roller, 10 metric ton capacity, 1 unit water truck with pump, 16,000 liter capacity, 1 unit transit mixer, 5 to 6 cubic yard capacity, and 1 unit bulldozer, 1 unit turbo truck, 1 unit concrete batch plant, BRS accredited, and 1 unit backhoe with breaker, 0.8 meter capacity. The list of equipment required must be supported with proof of ownership, updated ORCR in case of lease construction equipments. The lease contract agreement should be contract and subject specific. It also must comply with the required equipment capacity as per BD set on this project. For the scope of work and specification will be discussed by our representative from Planning and Design section. Please proceed.
The said project is an FY 2026 General Appropriation Act project with an allocation of 170,149,000 pesos. The proposed project involves the improvement in completing of the roadway section with a total physical target of 1746 meters, equivalent to 3.492 kilometers. The works include the construction of a roadway using 0.28 meter thick PCCP with a 3.35 meter wide lane, laid over a 0.15 meter thick aggregate surface course, including 5.15 meter gravel road. Open line canals with dimensions of 1 meter in height and 1.15 meters in width will be constructed on both sides of the roadway, and guardrails will be installed along sections where required. The project also includes the installation of a single barrel RCBC with spans of 1.8 meter and another 3 meter, height of 2.1 meter and another of 2.4 meters. both with thickness of 0.3 meters. The scope of works includes clearing and grubbing, removal of trees, removal of concrete structures and obstructions, surplus common excavation, structure excavation and embankment works from roadway and structure excavation. It also includes the application of reflectorized thermoplastic pavement markings consisting of white markings for center lines and edge lines and yellow markings for curves. In areas where required, slope masonry protection will also be constructed. The project has a total duration of 300 calendar days based on DEO 44 series of 2012 and considering the predetermined unworkable days. In accordance with DEO 43 series of 2026, the utilization of CMPD, the canvas prices, and the computation of hauling costs for aggregate materials for the car site to the project location were used as reference in pricing the material components of the pay item over DO 60 series of 2023 revised standard pay items list for infrastructure projects. DO 18 series of 2024 revised DPWH standard specification for item 500 pipe culverts, storm drains, and line canals for use. That's it.
Next project, contract ID 26F40026, organizational outcome 1, ensure safe and reliable national road system, network development program, road widening, secondary roads, Ligao Duran Road. K0511 plus 590 or K0512 plus 600. Approved budget for the contract, 43,052,380 pesos only. Duration, 221 calendar days. License category B, license classification, medium A, major category of work, code as per DO number series of 2025 as B, amount of within documents, 25,000 pesos only. For the minimum equipment requirements, 1 unit contract, 12 cubic capacity, 1 unit payloader, 1.5 cubic meter capacity, 1 unit contract, 12 cubic capacity, 1 unit laboratory roller, 10 meter gun capacity, 1 unit water truck with pump, 16,000 liter capacity, 1 unit transit mixer, 5 to 6 cubic capacity, 1 unit backhoe with breaker, 28 cubic meter capacity, 1 unit telegraph, 2 to 5 metric ton capacity, and 1 unit concrete box plant, via security, and the list of equipment required must be supported with food and benefit, updated as we have, and in case of lease construction equipment, the lease contract agreement should be contract or project specific. The also must comply with the required equipment capacity as per DPWH Albay. For the scope of work, and specification will be discussed by the engineer and planning and subsequent discussion.
Well, it was part of the appropriation of FY 2026 with an allocation of 43,151,000 pesos. The proposed project has a physical target of 1,010 meters or 2.2 kilometers in road. The station limit of K0511 was 590 to K054 Classic Zone. The proposed project includes a 2.55 meter wide additional carriage way with a 0.28 meter peak of PCC. The wide a 1.5 meter gravel shoulder and has a open line canal with 1.1 meter wide and 1.0 meter high both sides. With a slope protection on every station. The project has a total duration of 225 calendar days based on DO number 44 series of 2012 and considered the predetermined unworkable days. In accordance with DO number 43 series of 2026, in the utilization of CMPD, the canvas prices and computation of hauling costs for aggregate materials from the quarry site to the project location were used as references in pricing the material components of the pay item. DO number 60 series of 2022 revised series of 2024 revised specification for item 500, helpful works, storm drains, and Ligao. Standard labor rates as of June 2026 for required compensation of manpower workforce and the rental rates of utilized equipment for the project are based on prescribed equipment rental rates. Dated October 13, 2025 in accordance with DEO number 125 series of 2025.
For further instruction to bidders, this is common to the above project discussed. Complete set of bidding documents will be acquired on June 30, 2026 until the submission of bids on July 21, 2026 at DPWH Albay District Engineering Office during weekdays from 8 a.m. to 12 noon and 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. upon payment of the applicable fee to the bidding documents pursuant to the latest guidelines issued with the DPPB in the amount stated above. Bidders can make payment for the purchase of bid documents at any DPWH field office provided that they coordinate with the office where the payment was made to ensure the verification of the payment. That the letter will send email to the procurement entity, item E.1 of Department Order number 64 of 2024. It may be also downloaded from Philippine Government Electronic Procurement System or PhilGOPS website www.philgops.gov.ph or at DPWH website www.dpwh.gov.ph, provided that the bidder shall pay the applicable for the bidding documents not later than the submission of bids. Cut-off time for securing the memo for order of payment is at 8:45 a.m. or the payment of fee to the accounting section is at 9:15 a.m. or on a deadline date for the receipt of the batch of bids on July 21, 2026. In accordance with the memorandum dated September 16, 2025 to the subject, issuance of interim guidelines and lifting of suspension order on procurement activities for locally funded civil works project subject to strict adherence thereto. All prospective bidders shall attach to the technical components of the bidding documents a straight line diagram in accordance with the templates prescribed under Annexes A-3 and B-5 to D of DO number 246 series of 2024. In accordance with the memorandum dated November 19, 2025, with the subject directed to require submission of general information sheet reflecting beneficial ownership information and sole affidavit of eligibility and beneficial ownership as part of the bidding documents. All prospective bidders are directed for mandatory submission of the following documents: latest general information of GIS reflecting the beneficial ownership information BOI duly reviewed by the Security and Exchange Commission or SEC for the corporation. In compliance with Department Order number 110 series of 2024 with the subject implementation of ISO 9001-2015 certification requirements for large A, medium B, and medium A contractors in the procurement of infrastructure projects of the department. Bidders classified under the above stated PCAB size range are required to include ISO 9001-2015 certification or its latest version as applicable as part of the project requirements in the bidding documents for infrastructure projects. As per Memorandum dated May 28, 2026, this is to remind prospective bidders of their obligation to fully and truthfully disclose all ongoing and awarded but not yet started contract, including DPWH, other government and private contracts, by submitting the duly accomplished statement The BAC shall also remind that the failure to submit and declare any ongoing and awarded but not yet started contract constitute a ground for disqualification and imposition of appropriate sanction. The technical and financial documents must be paginated, bounded, tag-marked, and properly sealed. Bid submission may be done manually or by electronic. Bidders should only select one mode of bid submission, by manual or by electronic. For manual submission, bidders shall present official receipt of payment, project specific to the BAC Secretariat or his office before the deadline is stated. Only the owners, the authorized representative, as reflected in the CRC, will be allowed to transact business relative to the bidding matters per DEO 197 series of 2001, and also must present two government-issued ID with photos and signature. Bids must be duly received by the BAC Secretariat on July 21, 2026, 10 a.m. through either by manual submission at DPWH Albay 3rd District Engineering Office, Procurement Unit Office for Ligao. For online or electronic submission at electronicbids_albay3@dpwh.gov.ph. Similar to manual submission, the guidelines for the preparation and submission of an electronic bids are contained in the BDX, and late bid will not be accepted. Bid opening will be on July 21, 2026, right after the deadline for submission and dropping of bids at the Procurement Unit Office, DPWH Ligao City, on or via https://www.youtube.com/DPWH Albay 3rd DEO. Bids will be opened in the presence of the bidder's representative who choose to attend the activity. As Article 9, Section 59, Preliminary Examination of Bids. Prior to bid evaluation, the BAC shall first examine the technical components of the bid using pass-fail criteria to determine whether all required documents are present. Only bids that are determined to contain all the bid requirements of the technical component shall be considered for the opening and evaluation of their financial components. Bidding will be conducted through competitive bidding procedures using non-discretionary pass-fail criterion as specified in the IRR of RA 12009, other known as the New Government Procurement Act or NGPA. Bidding is restricted to Filipino citizens, sole proprietorship, cooperatives, and partnership or organization with at least 60% interest or outstanding capital stocks belonging to the citizen of the Philippines. All bids must be accompanied by security in any of the acceptable form in the amount stated in ITB Clause 16. Bidders are advised to indicate their company official email address in the bidding documents. Official communication pertaining to this procurement after the opening of bids will be through the internet on the said official email address as reflected on your bidding documents. The DPWH Albay 3rd District Engineering Office reserves the right to reject any and all bids, declare a failure of bidding, or not to award the contract at any time prior to the contract award in accordance with Section 70 of RA number 12009 without thereby incurring liability to the affected bidders or bidders. Is there any question from the prospective bidders? If none, that ends our activity conference for today. Thank you for watching.